My name's Rudy.
My name's Rudy. My name's Rudy.
My name's Rudy.
My name's Rudy.
My name's Rudy.
My name's Rudy.
My name's Rudy.
My name's Rudy.
My name's Rudy.
Hi there. My name's Rudy, and this is officially my 1 year on T. That's exciting. So this is just gonna be another me like yapping and talking about the changes I've had on T and also just my life changes, because I have had a lot of life changes as well. So first of all, my voice. You could probably tell a lot of people noticed it pretty early on, I think. And I would say it dropped pretty early on. And I can talk.
Hello, I could talk a little deeper than the way I usually do, but this takes a lot of effort, and also, I feel like this doesn't match who I am. I feel like this is a different person, but it's very funny to do and to pull out in Discord calls and be like, hey, yo, what's up, my guy? Hey, what's up, my guy? Let me get a chopped cheese.
Like, that's not me. I don't know who that person is, but it's not me. And maybe, like, one day I'll try talking a little deeper. So another change, kind of related to my voice, is that I started working. I'm not currently employed because it's hard. Working's still hard. But I worked 2 canvassing positions. And it's related to my voice because I do still end up slipping into a higher pitched voice when I'm talking to strangers on the street or like knocking on their doors. I like go up to a person and immediately I'm like, hello, let me talk to you about ba 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 ba. And that's kind of a struggle when, I am trying to make a little bit of an effort to pass. There's also like something I've kind of feared for a while, but whatever, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Bathroom situations. For the most part, a lot of places do single stalls. They just don't have gendered bathrooms. But a lot of places do still have gendered bathrooms, but they're single stalls, so no one's gonna like bat an eye if I walk into the men's room and they, immediately assume I'm a female, because it's just a 1-stall bathroom. I do still have situations if I'm going to like a communal bathroom. I do still have to like pause, and this is something I've been doing before I even started T, because I was already looking quite androgynous in my opinion. I do still, I see 2 bathrooms, I have to pause, I have to assess what I'm wearing, I have to assess if I shaved my face, which I usually don't, I have to assess if I'm wearing a mask, if my hair is out and if it looks really long, how crowded it is, etc. And I tend to decide to walk into the women's room because I frankly, it's still a struggle for me to walk into a men's room. And also, I've walked into men's rooms before and I see the stalls and the stalls like don't have doors. It's like, cis men, do y'all just shit with the doors open? Come on, like, I know men poop, so why are there no stall doors, or the doors don't lock? Like, that's insane. Like, I'm sorry guys, because clearly this is like an issue where y'all can't poop in peace. So that makes things difficult for me, where I've had situations where I've walked into the men's room, the stalls are like weird or fucked up, and I have to walk out and back into a women's room and just kind of like hide my face. So that's annoying, but it's not nearly as bad as I thought it would be. I thought there would be more confrontation, because I have had confrontations before of like walking into either gender bathroom and someone saying something and I have to be like, but it hasn't been nearly as bad as I thought it would be. So there's that. Yeah, my voice is deepened. I look different. Okay, I'm gonna talk about weight. So if you don't want to hear about that, I'll probably like put something on the screen that says like what time I stopped talking about this. Okay, so first thing when I started T is I lost a lot of weight within the first few months. And this actually scared me a lot. I know there a lot of people would hear that and be like, oh, that's a good thing, but for me it was terrifying because I hadn't really done anything in particular to lose weight. I just, I ate the same way. I did the same amount of exercise, which is like none. um, and it's not even like, once I started working, it's not like moving around a lot changed that either. It was sort of like I lost the amount of weight that I did, and I kind of am staying there. I'm staying at like a base of the current weight I'm at, which is good. It means like I'm not, I'm not suddenly gonna lose like 100 more pounds and I'm like dying. And I think that's just a thing that happens on T. I know a lot of people who start T and they gain weight. And I know people who start T and they lose weight. And I know people who start estrogen and they gain weight or lose weight. It's really, it's very individual. And I guess in my case, I just dropped quite a few pounds. And I'm trying to, like, I don't know, mentally, it's weird because I for a long time, I've been, like, trying to, you know, unlearn fat phobia and be like, no, I'm okay with the weight I am. But now it's like, no, I'm a twink. I'm kidding. But yeah, it is just like an interesting change. And it does mean I have to buy a bunch of new pants. Okay, weight talk over. Another new thing since starting T is that I started therapy. Hooray! I've had therapy before in my life. But I started again, and now I'm more like willing to actually do it and to like work on my coping mechanisms and work on myself. Because when I first started therapy way long ago, I was a teenager and I was a very stubborn and like, kind of doom and gloom teenager where I kind of already gave up and it felt like useless, even though I knew like I needed therapy and I needed medication, but I don't know. I was just like very, I already gave up, and now that I'm on T and like I can sort of see the path for myself, I feel more of an urge to keep trying and to keep going at it, which is good. So some things, that are still in the works. I gotta get my name changed officially. That is something that honestly I should have been working on this week, but it takes a little while. And even once I actually start the process, it's gonna take a lot more waiting. So I need to get on that. And once I do that, I wanna work on getting a driver's license and working and like get all the other stuff I need changed. And also get top surgery. Because that's something I want. I would like to not have as big of a chest as I do. So yeah, that's all in the future. And the future is still quite scary. I wrote notes here. I wrote, talk about fear. So yeah, like, this was a very scary thing for me. Like, before starting T, I've known that I've wanted to go on hormones for a long time before, but I was terrified of change. I was terrified of, what would my family think? What would everyone think? Everyone, what if I regret it? What if this, that, and the other thing? But I knew for such a long time, and I just had to take that leap of faith. And I have a very loving and supporting family. Nearly everyone calls me the correct name. Whatever, my parents, whatever. I mean, they are, like, extremely, happy for me, like, to be happy. And that's all I can ask for. They're very happy about me, like, working on my own happiness and working on my own, like, independence and trying to be better, even if they're struggling with the name, but it's whatever. And yeah, like fear of regret. I had a lot of fear that like I'd start this process and I regret it, and I no longer feel that way because I know that I don't regret it. I'm very happy. Things aren't perfect. Things are still a struggle because that's just how it is. Like, T isn't an antidepressant, and antidepressants themselves don't even like make things perfect and happy. But testosterone has given me more of a push into creating my own happiness, I guess. And yeah, that's my 1 year update. Thanks everyone for hanging out and supporting me and being cool. Goodbye.